Hi, I'm Rebecca Waker and I'm the Subject Advisor for Languages at Pearson Edexcel. Welcome to the second in this mini-series of bite-sized videos relating to conducting the Pearson Edexcel GCSE Languages speaking exams. These videos aim to address the common issues that our assessment team have observed most frequently and the most frequently asked questions. These videos can be used by teachers, students, exams officers and other adults who are conducting the speaking exams. This video looks at issues that occur during the recording of the exam. Let's start with the frequently asked questions. What if the fire alarm goes off during an exam? Well, this question lands in my inbox more often than you might think. As with other exams, candidates should be supervised and continue the exam from where they left off. Please do not restart the exam. If you feel the candidate will have been adversely affected by this, then you can apply for special consideration. What do I need to say at the start of the exam? Well, information such as this can be found in our administrative support guide on our website. There's also a crib sheet on our website to support you, and this includes what to say between tasks and a reminder of all the timings for each section. But just to confirm, at the start of the exam you say GCSE, followed by the language, Foundation or higher tier, your name as the teacher examiner, the name of the candidate and their candidate number. I'm often asked if we have guidance on the use of a candidate's preferred name, pronouns or gender neutral language. As an awarding organisation, we want to lead the way in removing any barriers to trans, non-binary and gender fluid candidates. There's a guidance document on our website exploring our approach and how to support your students. Students need to give a presentation as part of the conversation task. Some candidates will choose to introduce their chosen topic for up to 1 minute at the start of the conversation task. This is often referred to as a presentation. However, this is not compulsory and it depends on what is best for your students. All they must do is say which topic they intend to speak about, and then you can start to ask questions. So, the first piece of advice from our assessment team is to make sure that the timings are adhered to. Whilst the timings for the role play and the photo card are just guidelines, the conversation timings are fixed. Make sure these are adhered to, as our examiners will stop marking once the upper time limit has been reached. Importantly, this means that if you think your candidate requires extra time, you must get in touch with our Special Requirements Department directly, as extra time is usually only applied to the preparation. You'll only be able to submit one recording, so please do not stop or even pause the recording at any time. As well as being an issue when it comes to uploading, this is potential malpractice as our examiners don't know what happened in the time that the recording was paused, so it's essential that the exam is one continuous recording. This is on the same lines as the previous tip, but with the opposite issue. Please ensure that you stop the recording after each candidate. You'll need to submit each candidate separately, and our examiners do not want to hear all the transition time between your candidates. It's important that candidates are assessed equally on both their chosen conversation topic and the one allocated by the sequencing grid, so please keep a close eye on the timings and keep these two parts balanced. Don't write things down during the exam. There's no need for you to be writing during the exam. Firstly, it could be a distraction to the candidate, but it also risks malpractice, as the examiner will not know if you're writing something down and showing it to the candidate. Please, even when this is intended as a supportive measure, please do not whisper to or prompt your candidates. Our examiners are interested in what the students can do, so the aim is to demonstrate that to the best of their ability. Repeating things that are whispered to them or given as prompts will limit the credit that they can get, so this should be avoided. Again, this is a risk of malpractice, so it isn't worth doing for the sake of your candidates. It's an issue when the conversation task comes across as a monologue from the candidate. While students can choose to introduce the topic for up to 1 minute, this should be carefully timed. Once a minute has passed, then you must start asking questions. If you allow the candidate to carry on past this minute, it will have a knock-on effect on the marks that they are to be awarded. Don't interrupt a candidate. Whilst you should cut off a candidate who is going over their 1 minute, it's important not to be interrupting candidates throughout the exam. Allow them to answer your questions fully before moving on. It's especially important that you don't do this to repeat a question or to correct them, as it can be really off-putting to a candidate when this happens. The final piece of advice is to know when you can or can't rephrase or ask follow-up questions. For the role play and photo task, you must ask the questions printed, in the order printed, with no rephrasing or supplementary questions, beyond anything suggested on the card. In the general conversation, the questions are up to you, but we suggest not repeating too many times. If a candidate doesn't understand a question, try repeating once, then maybe rephrasing, and then move on. Remember, the aim is to show off what they can do, so repeatedly attempting a question that they don't understand isn't going to achieve that. If you have any further questions that I haven't covered in this video series, please feel free to get in contact with me. You can call, email, or book a one-to-one Teams appointment. Also, if you aren't already signed up for my monthly email updates, please do, as it's the most direct way of getting information and opportunities related to our languages qualifications. I'm always more than happy to look into extra support, such as videos like these, so please do let me know if this is something you would find useful. Finally, you can follow our Facebook page or join our Facebook support group, where you can network with other teachers and ask questions about our qualifications. I hope this video was useful to you. Video 3 in this series will focus on what to do after the exam.